It happened in a blink of an eye. One moment you were their partner. You were planning a future. You were sharing a bed. The next moment, you were trash on the side of the road. They discarded you without a second thought. No closure, no empathy, just gone. And while you are lying in bed staring at the ceiling, wondering what you did wrong, they are out living their life. They look happy. They look relieved. It feels like a murder, doesn't it? A murder of your soul. You feel used. You feel worthless. And the rage inside you is screaming to be let out. You want to text them. You want to scream at them. You want to show them how much pain they caused, hoping that maybe if they see your pain, they will feel guilt. Stop. If you show them your pain, you reward them. If you scream, they win. There is only one way to make a person like this pay. There is only one thing that penetrates their armor of arrogance. It is not your words. It is not your revenge. It is your absolute, terrifying silence. In this video, I am going to explain exactly what happens in their brain when you refuse to react to the discard. I will show you how silence acts as a mirror that forces them to face their own darkness. They didn't think when they discarded you, but if you stay silent, they won't be able to stop thinking about you. To understand how to make them pay, you first have to understand how they could do this. How can a human being lack so much empathy? The answer is objectification. To a narcissist, an avoidant, or a toxic user, you were never fully a person with separate needs. You were an object. You were a toaster. The toaster's job is to make toast, give validation, sex, money, comfort. The moment the toaster stops working perfectly, or the moment they see a shinier toaster at the store, they unplug you. They feel no guilt because you don't feel guilt when you throw away a broken appliance. This is the devaluation phase. In their mind, they have rewritten the story. You are the villain. You are too needy, too emotional, or boring. They have justified the discard to protect their own ego. Right now, they are in the relief stage. They feel a dopamine rush. They feel free. They think, I won. I got out. I am superior. They are waiting for you to confirm their superiority by chasing them. And this brings us to the trap. When they discard you, they are expecting a transaction. They threw a grenade into your life, the breakup. Now they are waiting for the explosion. They need you to react. Why? Because your reaction is narcissistic supply. If you cry and beg, you tell them, you are the prize. I am nothing without you. This boosts their ego. If you get angry and write long paragraphs, you tell them, you are so powerful that you control my emotions. This boosts their sense of power. Even your hatred feeds them. To a toxic person, negative attention is better than no attention. They want to be the main character in your movie. Whether they are the hero or the villain doesn't matter, as long as the movie is about them. They are checking their phone right now, not because they miss you, but because they are waiting for the notification that proves they still own you. Are they watching my story? Did they text me? They are hungry for your pain. Do not feed the beast. So how do we destroy this dynamic? We introduce the void. Weaponized silence is different from the silent treatment. The silent treatment is immature. It's trying to manipulate someone into apologizing. Weaponized silence is the end. It is the total removal of your energy from their universe. You do not block, unless for safety. You mute. You do not post revenge bodies. You post nothing. You do not ask friends about them. You act as if they never existed. This creates a psychological glitch in their brain. They wrote a script. I dump them. They chase me. I feel important. But you burned the script. I dump them. Silence. This is terrifying to them, because silence is a mirror. When you stop making noise, they are forced to sit alone in the quiet, and in that quiet, their own thoughts get loud. Silence signals, I accept your decision. You are not worth fighting for. That reverses the rejection. Suddenly, they feel rejected by your acceptance. Now let's look at exactly how they pay. Most people think revenge is about doing something to the other person, keying their car, exposing them online. Real revenge happens inside their mind. Phase 1 is the loss of control. You have to understand, a narcissist or a toxic partner is a control freak. Even if they seemed chill, the discard itself was an act of ultimate control. They decided when it started, and they decided when it ended. They expect to control the aftermath, too. They expect to keep you on a shelf as a backup plan or an orbiter. But your silence acts like a pair of scissors. You cut the invisible strings. Let's look at the timeline of their panic. Week 1. They feel relief. They are high on the dopamine of freedom. They don't notice your silence yet because they are distracted. Week 3. This is when the payment begins. The novelty of being single wears off. The new supply, if there is one, starts showing flaws. The dopamine crashes. This is biologically inevitable. It's called hedonic adaptation. When the high wears off, they instinctively reach for their favorite comfort food, you. They expect you to be there. They check your Instagram expecting to see a sad quote. They check their DMs expecting a "I miss you" text. But they find nothing. This triggers narcissistic injury. It creates a glitch in their reality. Wait, why aren't they chasing? I thought I broke them. Do they not need me? Now, the paranoia sets in. Silence is a vacuum, and the human brain abhors a vacuum. It must fill it with information. Since you aren't giving them information, their insecurity fills the void. They start imagining scenarios that torture them. She must have found someone better. He must be realizing he's better off without me. They are laughing at me. They lose the narrative. By discarding you, they tried to prove they were the prize. By staying silent, you prove you are the prize. This reversal of power drives them insane. They will start doing crazy things to provoke you, posting jealousy traps, calling you at 2 a.m. This isn't love. It is a desperate attempt to regain control. Let them panic. If you maintain the silence through the panic phase, you force them into phase 2, the rewrite of history. When you chase an ex, you freeze their image of you as the desperate loser. You annoy them. You confirm their decision to leave. But when you execute weaponized silence, a psychological phenomenon called the fading affect bias kicks in. Here is the science. The human brain is wired to forget negative emotions faster than positive ones if there is no new negative stimuli. Since you aren't texting them, negative stimuli, or begging, negative stimuli, the annoyance fades. And what is left? The good memories. Suddenly, they don't remember the fights. They remember how you listened to them when no one else would. They remember how you supported their dreams. They remember the intimacy. They realize they threw away the only person who truly saw them. This triggers the scarcity principle. In economics, when availability goes to 0, value goes to infinity. Because you are totally inaccessible, your value skyrockets in their mind. They start to view you through the lens of idealization recall. You become the one that got away. Even if you weren't perfect, your silence makes you perfect. It makes you dignified. It makes you strong. And here is the kicker. They will compare every new person to you. And because the new people are just casual flings or shallow connections, you win. They realize they traded a diamond for a pocket full of rocks. They will feel the heavy, sinking weight of deep regret. Not the "oops, my bad" kind of regret, the soul-crushing regret of knowing they had unconditional love in their hands and they crushed it because of their own ego. Now they are locked out of the house they built. They are standing in the cold, watching you thrive through the window. That is a hell they created for themselves. And you don't have to lift a finger to put them there. Your absence does it for you. They thought you were weak. They thought you would crumble. Show them how wrong they were. Not by fighting, but by thriving in the quiet. Let your silence be the loudest thing they have ever heard. Let your absence be the heaviest thing they ever carry. They discarded you? Fine. Close the door. Lock it, and let them stand outside in the cold, realizing that the warmth they threw away is gone forever. If you are ready to stay silent and win, comment "Silence is my power" down below. Subscribe for more dark psychology and strength. I'll see you in the next one.